Video, I would like to share with you a little bit of the last game I have developed, which is called Dungeons and Dragons X. I also would like to invite you to visit my website, which is slashland.co. There you can find my games. Most of them are available for free, so you can give them a look. So today I would like to show you Dungeons and Dragons X. This game is, it's a derivative of a game I made for the Richard Garriott's D&D1 contest, which was a contest to recreate one of the first computer RPGs to take it into a modern media so it could be played in modern computers. So Dungeons and Dragons X is a derivative of that one. So I basically remade it from scratch. The original contest was about translating a basic game into either Unity or JavaScript. I chose JavaScript, and since it was a very old source code, it was very hard to translate. So what I did in this port was to start from scratch, to replicate the original spirit of the game without having to go into the complete details of how it originally worked. So let's go into it. So this game also uses, like the original entry for the contest, it uses a GS teletype, which is a library you can use to create or to simulate teletype games. The teletype is this typewriter-like interface that was used before computer monitors were widespread. And I'll post a link to it just after the contest ends. Okay, so this is a text-based interface. So it's basically a dungeon crawler. You have to create a character and make him explore a dungeon fighting monsters. It has saving implemented, but let's just start a new game. So I'm starting a new game with a character named Slash. We pick the class, and if you have seen the original one, the DND1 entry, you start to see the differences here, because this one is much less raw in the user experience compared to that one. So the game rolls a character for us. By far the most important stats in this game are HP, gold, and strength. So I think we're gonna reroll because we are using a fighter. This one looks pretty decent. Let's go with it. Okay. No. Then we are in the merchant. Before entering the dungeon, we can buy some items. Let's take a look at the store list. So let's buy a two-handed sword, which is the strongest weapon, and only fighters can use it. And also the plate mail, which will be really necessary because enemies are very strong and can kill you quite easy if you don't have the strong armor. And additionally, we will also need some items. The rope and the spikes are really necessary, like in the original. You need them to escape from traps. Let's buy 3 of each. Okay, we are done now. We hit 0 to continue. We can check our equipment. And we are into the dungeon. Let's check the command list just for help or reference. Very similar to the original. Okay, so the game starts here. We are in the dungeon, so take a look around using the 6 command. And okay, so we can see there is some gold around. The map is randomly generated, so every time you play, it's a different map. Let's save the game, just in case we want to save ourselves from the character creation process again. With the 7 command, it gets saved. And let's walk into the one of those gold, I guess there will be something like gold coffins or something. We can see the enemy. The enemy is that O in the top left corner. It's an awkward jelly, and it will start walking at us. Probably the next turn. We found some gold, which is great. Oh no, it's a ooze. Okay, we have 223 gold. Let's train. So training gives you HP, and every HP point costs 200 gold points. So let's get 1 gold point. And let's see where the enemy is. The percentage sign is the merchant. You can buy additional items in that merchant. We don't need it right now. So let's walk into the griots. We'll take 1 step left, and from here, oh no, I think it gets stuck into the wall because they are not very smart. So let's take another step, and it's now right over us, and it's time to, oh, I forgot to equip the sword. Let's do that because else we are very weak. Let's use the 2-handed sword, and we are under attack. Luckily he did nothing to us, so we're hitting with the 2-handed sword. Not very hard. In this game you can continue hitting the enemy as long as you don't miss. Same goes for the enemies, they hit you until they miss. Okay, we are lucky. And you can even continue hitting the enemy after he's dead. But I think it's enough. Oh, this monster gives no gold, which sucks. But well, that was our first kill the monster. Let's go get that gold. Nothing nearby. Oh, there's another enemy is coming. So there's a door. We gotta open the door before going. So it doesn't want to open. Let's retry. Let's see where is the enemy coming from. It's just below us. I think we are very near. Yes. It's time to attack. Dead now. And another goldless enemy. Great. Oops. So we fell into two strong bonus, but in the second one we got poisoned, which is a random possibility of getting damage. So as you can see, gameplay is very simple, especially for fighters, which is the melee class. Um, in a moment, I think we're gonna check the wizard class, which has a bit more options and maybe a bit more challenging. The original version was almost impossible to play because you start with too little hit points. In this version, in this remake, you start with much more hit points. And I think if you have the plate mail and the two-handed swords, you are very strong, at least until you find a Balrog or some other strong enemy. But so far we haven't had any trouble. So you can imagine yourself playing this in a computer around before 1990 and spending a lot of paper because everything was printed on paper, and trying to imagine that dungeon which was just some print characters in the text. Okay, our enemy should be stuck against a wall or something. Oops, we fell into a trap. We climbed out easily. Okay. Let's get 2 hit points, which is the only way of healing. Okay, I think I'll save the game here, and I'll show you the wizard gameplay, which is a bit different and maybe a bit harder. Let's use Mariah, and let's say it will be a wizard. For wizards, I think one of the most important things apart from HP is the gold, because you gotta buy the spells. So I think this one's okay. And we're gonna need some protection and at least a basic weapon. So let's try to buy a chain armor. We cannot. Okay, so at least a little armor. Okay. And let's try to buy a mace. Yes, I think we can get a mace. And finally, our protection against traps. So we have this one. Let's equip the mace before anything. And let's buy some spells. So using the 9 command, you can buy the spells. Let's buy at least a missile spell, which is the number 6. Let's try to buy another one. Okay, now we have 2 missile spells. And I think we don't have any more gold. But let's try in any case. We cannot afford it, okay. Let's take a look around. And there's the gel here. I think let's try to get that gold first. Oh, I think, where am I? Okay, down. I think I'm lost. Okay, I know where I am now. Okay, we go left, then down. Okay, it's great. Oh, well, we were damaged, but at least we can buy another magic spell. Okay. Now let's face the jelly. Okay, so our spell is so strong that it can go through the walls. So let's cast the spell. Okay, another one. As you can see, they get spent every time, and they are not very strong, but it's all we have. Okay, we ran out of spells, so it's time to hit it with the mace. We'll pass here, and then hit it with the mace. Wow, that was very strong. Excellent, he's dead now. Okay. Let's continue exploring the dungeon. There's a mummy, oh my god. That would be dangerous. Oops, the mummy has just smashed the door. Where is it? I don't know, but it's coming fiercely. we're gonna need that gold. Oh my god, we fell into a trap. Let's remember where the trap is. Okay, so the trap is, I think we just walk, stick to the walls. I have a feeling that the mummy is just below. And there he is. Let's buy some spells. With the gold we got, I think we can get 2 missile spells. We can't, okay. We only have 1 spell, so let's use it. And it's got 27 HP. It's gonna be a tough battle, but let's do it. Huh! What luck! The mummy fall into a pit. And it's dead now. However, we got my gold. Well, so this is the game. There's not really much more on it. Of course, there's also the cleric class, but it's very similar. Spells. There are some spells to locate doors and locate gold inside the dungeon. And basically, it's just like this. You keep killing monsters until you have killed a lot of them, and then the difficulty level gets higher. So I think the main thing with this game is just to know how were RPGs back then. I mean, uh, the media was very limited, but this is the predecessor to all computer RPGs. So I think the interesting thing on this is just knowing how it was in the origins, how it was back before graphics were even there, and I don't know. I mean, like getting on the mind of someone in 1980s playing this, it's interesting. It's interesting. Uh, Rogue, I think, came before this. I know Rogue came after this, and I mean, lots of the things you see here, you can see them in Rogue, but of course it was much more advanced. Um, but I mean, from this game, it was already heading into that direction, and well, it was an interesting exercise, and I think the GS teletype framework, I hope it's useful, or library rather, I hope it's useful for someone to use it to remake classic games like this one, or short or early adventures games. And I think that was the funnest part in the project. So yeah, this is the game. I hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to stop by my website and check out the other games. I promise they may be a bit more fun than this one, or at least they have graphics. So thank you for listening and have a nice day. Bye.